Hi, in this video we're going to be doing a capital B. The simplest capital B is composed of two strokes. One is you do a large one like this, and then you do a 3 attached to it. So I'm going to make it very simple here. The 3 comes like so, a loop, and then a large bottom. So the main thing to make this B look good is that the top part, this part here, must be smaller than the bottom part. So that's the basic stroke, like that. Let's do this again. So you start off with a 1, like that, and then you come here, starting at the back, round about the top third-ish. You come around with your loop, and then you loop again and come in. Now that's one type of B. There's another B which you can start at the bottom and you come up, loop like that, 3, loop again and down. And there's another B which starts at the top here, comes down, loops. You're starting off like an L or a D. You keep going, your first loop and second. So that's a one stroke B. I'll do that one again. So it's like a British pound sign for the currency in the UK. That's your L. So you come down, you keep going like that, come down, keep going, loop and away. And that's a one stroke B. But the B that I actually use when I'm writing is this very quick B, which is a two stroke B. And it's very simple, straightforward, and you can change the dimensions of it slightly. It depends on your own personal taste, how you want this. The bottom part can be slightly larger, slightly smaller. You can make them slightly more equal. You can make it narrower. Right. There are various ways of doing this letter depending on your personality. And of course you can make it extremely ornate. If you really wanted to go to town with it, you can do that. But the classic, simpler shape of it that's with a very, very large bottom. Now remember, this pen, nothing special about it. It's a calligraphy pen. It's a copperplate pen. I'm only using it because you can see what I'm doing. Remember, the basic shape of the B is a 1 and a 3. Right? So if you remember that, and the 1 stroke we start like so, and the 3 has a loop, but you don't have to give it a loop. Right? You can just do it like that without the loop. Right? The loop does not have to touch the back, so you could do it with the loop in there slightly like that. That's still acceptable. Right, obviously, as long as it can be understood to be a B, you can play around with it. And remember, these letters are double the size of the minuscule small letters. And if you're doing a letter that follows on, then you have to pick your pen up and do the follow-on letter. Yo. BL. the M, and so on. BR. Right. That's our capital letter B. Remember that you don't need to use a fancy pen. You can achieve the same effects quite successfully with a ballpoint pen. Light up, dark down, light up, dark down, light up, dark down. You don't need to have a fancy pen. Right. You can do all of this with a standard ballpoint pen. Obviously, the quality of your line will be different if you're not using a calligraphy pen. The main thing is the control. It's harder to control a ballpoint pen because it slides across the paper much more. So you need to be much more careful when you are writing with a ballpoint pen. You could do the same thing with a felt tip pen. Right. And you could do the same thing with a pencil if you wanted to as well. Right, light up, dark down. It really makes no difference what you're using to write with. Pencil's actually quite good if you can get a nice differentiation between your light up and your dark down. Then, as you can, for example here, then you can get quite a nice feel. And pencil's not a bad implement to practice with, like so. Right, so that's the letter B.